morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to welcome you all to the International Research Conference of the Open University of Sri Lanka 2024. This year's theme, Striving for a Sustainable Future Through Innovations, reflects our commitment to exploring groundbreaking ideas and solutions for a sustainable tomorrow.
As the distinguished guests enter the ceremony, we honor their presence in the official gathering, embodying a shared commitment to research, education, and the pursuit of intellectual excellence towards a sustainable future.
To officiate the inauguration ceremony of IRC OUSL 2024, on an auspicious note, we will now light the traditional oil lamp.
To do us the honors, we would like to invite our chief guest, the Vice Chancellor, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Senior Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratne, Guest of Honor, Professor Kadiresan Kandasamy, Honorary Professor, Faculty of Marine Science, Annamalai University, India, Professor Janet Davis, Purdue University, United States of America, Director PGIE, Dr. Nawala Rasool, Director Research, Senior Professor Shama Veerakorn, Director SEDME, Professor Shanti De Silva,
Dean, Faculty of Education, Dr. Vajira De Silva, Dean, Faculty of Engineering Technology, Dr. L.S.K. Udugama, Dean, Faculty of Health Sciences, Professor Sunil De Silva, Dean, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Professor Anton Piyaratne, Dean, Faculty of Natural Sciences, Senior Professor Susira Pereira, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Professor Nalina Besekara, Registrar, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Mrs. Vindhya Jayasena, Bursar, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Dr. Anura Wickramasinghe, Dr. Saminda Fernando, representing the IRC OUSL 2024 Organizing Committee, and two other authors representing the conference participants.
Please proceed to the oil lamp. Our sincere gratitude to all of you for setting the tone for the rest of the day. To officially initiate the proceedings, please rise up for the national anthem.
Thank you. To begin our journey today, let's take a moment to look back at where we have been. Over the years, our conferences have evolved, gathering thought leaders, researchers, and innovators all over the world. We have shared ideas, collaborated on solutions, and created lasting impacts in our fields. Now let's see how we have evolved from annual academic sessions to open university research sessions and now to international research conferences of the Open University of Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Thank you. Those were just a few snapshots of our shared journey. As we look ahead, we are excited to continue building on that foundation and strive for an even more sustainable future through the innovations shared today. We are gathered here to commemorate the inauguration of IRC OUSL 2024. We are truly honored by your presence here to witness this special occasion with us. It is my privilege to invite the conference chair, Senior Professor Shyama Veerakorn, to deliver the welcome speech. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to our conference chair to grace the stage.
Good morning to you all, and especially to our audience joining with us online. The Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratne, our chief guest of this occasion, guest of honor, Professor Kathiresan Kandasamy from Annamalai University, India, the invited speakers, Professor Samantha Karunaratne from Beijing National University, China, Professor Kazunari Sei from Kitasato University, Japan, and Associate Professor Janet Davis from Purdue University, USA. Director of PGIE and Deans of the faculties, Heads of academic departments, Professors, the Registrar, Acting Librarian, and I forgot to mention Director SETME and other directors of centers of OUSL and BURSA, and all academic, administrative and other staff members of OUSL, especially dear students, paper presenters, award winners, ladies and gentlemen. The Open University Research Sessions, ours, now known as the International Research Conference of the Open University of Sri Lanka, IRC OUSL, has become a significant event at the Open University of Sri Lanka. This prestigious research forum attracts researchers from diverse backgrounds, including OUSL community, other state and non-state universities and research institutes, and even from overseas. Ours provides a valuable platform for sharing and discussing cutting-edge research findings across various disciplines in open and distance learning as well as specialized subject areas. By fostering knowledge exchange and inspiring research excellence, ours has empowered the OUSL staff to actively participate in and contribute to national and international academic conferences. The Open University Research Conference began its journey in 2003 as the annual academic sessions, and then renamed as Open University Research Sessions, ours, and this year appearing as the International Research Conference of the Open University of Sri Lanka, IRC OUSL, has hosted annual academic sessions uninterruptedly for the past 21 years. In 2010, to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the OUSL, we held our first international research session. We call it I-Hours. And then the second and the third international conferences were held in 2018 and 2022 respectively. And this year we are having IRC OUSL. The IRC OUSL 2024 is being held as a hybrid conference on November 7th and 8th with a goal of bringing together local and international researchers on a single platform. The OUSL, Sri Lanka's leading ODL institution, is committed to fostering research excellence among its academic staff by providing ample opportunities for research engagement. OUSL empowers them to explore innovative ideas, validate new knowledge, and contribute to national development through research, innovation, and intellectual pursuits. As we all know, the synergy between teaching and research is fundamental to a university's identity. While our institutions have a responsibility to enroll students and deliver high-quality education, our research performance significantly impacts our global standing and reputation. The IRC OUSL 2024 will provide a platform for academics, researchers, and practitioners to share the latest research findings and encourage in meaningful discussions across diverse disciplines. This conference will foster knowledge exchange and contribute to the advancement of research and innovation. The Open University Research Conference continues to witness a steady increase in abstract and extended abstract submissions each year. This trend reflects our unwavering commitment to pursuing the boundaries of knowledge through rigorous research, scholarly exploration, and interdisciplinary collaboration. This year we received over 200 abstracts and extended abstracts for review, of which more than 150 were selected for presentation following a rigorous blind peer review process. The submitted abstracts encompassed a diverse range of sub-themes, including open distance learning, quality assurance for higher education, English language teaching, engineering and technology, health sciences, biological sciences, agriculture, forestry, physical sciences, humanities and social sciences, management, as well as law. On this occasion, I would like to extend a warm welcome to Professor PMC Tilkaratne, the Senior Professor in Finance and the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, as our esteemed chief guest. We are truly honored by your presence here today. We are honored to welcome Professor Kadiresan Kandasamy, Honorary Professor at Annamalai University, India, as our guest of honor. Additionally, we are privileged to have a distinguished panel of invited speakers, Professor Samantha Karunaratne from Beijing Normal University, China, Professor Kazunari Zei from Kitasato University, Japan, and Associate Professor Janet Davis from Purdue University, United States of America. We express our sincere gratitude to these esteemed individuals for their valuable contributions and for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us today. There will be 5 parallel technical sessions in IRC OUSL 2024 on 7th and 8th November discussing diverse disciplines. And a distinctive feature of this conference is the inclusion of 6 panel discussions parallelly running with the technical sessions organized by the faculties of Education, Engineering Technology, Health Sciences, Management Studies, Natural Sciences, and the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences of the OUSL. Another highlight of this event is the pre-conference lectures and workshops held on November 4th and 5th, jointly organized by the OUSL Research Unit, the 6 faculties, and the Center for Environmental Studies and Sustainable Development, CEST of the OUSL. We extend our sincere gratitude to the Vice Chancellor of OUSL for his invaluable guidance, leadership, and unwavering support throughout the planning and execution of IRC OUSL 2024. His contribution have been instrumental to making this conference a success. Organizing an event of this scale and complexity required the collaborative and dedicated efforts of all members of the organizing committee and the working group. Their unwavering commitment to teamwork and leadership was instrumental in the success of IRC OUSL 2024. I wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the esteemed recipients of the OUSL Research Awards, the OUSL Best Online Course Award, the Best Educational Video Production Award for year 2023, as well as the winner of 3MT, 3-minute thesis competition. Your outstanding achievements are a testament of your dedication, innovation, and hard work. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the paper presenters for sharing their insightful research and innovative ideas. I also thank all the participants for their valuable contributions, which have made this conference a truly memorable and rewarding experience. I am confident that IRC OUSL 2024 will serve as a catalyst for further research and intellectual growth. I wish you all 2 days of productive engagement and stimulating dialogue. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your encouraging thoughts, Senior Professor Veerakorn. OUSL is a university where ideas flourish, talents are nurtured, and new solutions are explored. It is this dedication that inspires our university towards a sustainable future. Our university is home to a range of faculties, from science and technology to social sciences, all united by a commitment to fostering knowledge and driving innovations. Let us now look into who we are and what we do, reflecting the true spirit of our university.
Growth is always a seed nurtured in lush conditions. Visionary education too springs from seeds of innovation. The Open University of Sri Lanka has been the site of fecund growth for many a Sri Lankan who seeks a second chance in lifelong learning. Through our revolutionary mode of teaching, the open and distance learning mode, we have nurtured the lives of students who seek academic engagements in the humanities, social sciences, natural sciences, engineering technology, management, health sciences, and education. Fertile soil and nutrients create the conditions which allow a seed to face the world. We offer extraordinary facilities for the ODL learner. Library, labs, day school space, study space, recreation, IT labs, and field trips. As the plant grows, it must face fresh challenges. It must expand, branch out to expand its reach, its sphere of influence. Our reach is the widest any state university could offer. With 9 regional centers and 19 study centers planted all over Sri Lanka, OUSL brings a world of learning to your doorstep. Obstacles are common challenges for a growing plant. Timely forums allow our students to be in touch with realities of the outside world. As the new leaves spread, occupy the skies, and bear fruit, symbolic celebrations are inevitable. Every year, OUSL sees over 5,000 students graduating from a wide range of disciplines. And all these successful graduates are an asset to the nation, for they will be the seeds that will plant our tomorrows. The Open University of Sri Lanka. Open freedom.
We are proud to be a part of a university dedicated to synthesizing and disseminating knowledge and creating solutions that meet the needs of our society. As we continue today, let's keep the spirit of innovation and purpose at the heart of our discussions. Next up in agenda is the address of our chief guest, the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratne. He is a true leader, a visionary and a relentless go-getter. Under his steady and insightful guidance, the Open University of Sri Lanka had continued its journey towards success, creating momentum slowly but steadily. Dear Sir, the stage is yours to address the distinguished gathering.
Very good morning to every one of you. All invited speakers, including Professor Janet Davis, Senior Professor Kadiresan Kandasamy, Honorary Professor, formerly Dean, Director and Syndicate Member, Center for Advanced Study in Marine Biology, Faculty of Marine Sciences, Annamalai University, India. Director Research and the Chair of the International Research Conference of the OUSL, Professor Shyama Veerakone, Deans of Faculties, Director PGIE, Registrar of the University, and all professors, heads of the departments, directors, former deans, senior academics, all researchers, distinguished invitees. This moment gives me an immense pleasure to speak, that few words about International Research Conference, this, inauguration ceremony. This International Research Conference of the OUSL is one of the flagship events of the Open University of Sri Lanka. Now, this, that I'm not going to discuss about the journey towards this end. Our director, Professor Shyama Veerakone, of course, articulated very well the journey towards up to date. Now, my focus here is where we are, because we are always striving to achieve the excellence. That is the passion of excellence that the Open University of Sri Lanka always determining. And therefore, I have chosen a very, let's say, common, known topic just to share with you towards digitalization of higher education. So now this is not a new topic, as I said. We are, of course, living in a digital era where that digital transformation, known as in acronym DX, is very well known to every one of us. That's why this digital learning technologies and platforms are no longer an afterthought. They are always critical for teaching and learning, because we are a open and distance learning institution. Therefore, so through the research I found some of the very appealing definition as well. I'm not going to read all the slides, but I need to share with you. That is a deep and coordinated culture. It has a meaning. Culture is changing. When the time passes, culture is changing. And it is with the workforce always. And technology shifts that enable new education and operating models and transform an institution's operations, strategic directions, we all love for it, and value proposition. Always, that value proposition is, that in the forefront of the digitalization process. I'm very proud to mention that the Open University of Sri Lanka now finalized the strategic management plan for the 24-28. One of the pillars of the development, I mentioned that striving to achieve high excellence as the Open University. So one of the pillars of the development is digitalization. Therefore, now we as academics, as a university, and students are forced to adapt this digital transformation whether we like or not. So therefore, always DX is built on digital technologies. So it changes, that always this higher education landscape significantly today. Why? When that digitalized operations are there for the teaching and learning and academic administration, of course, we will achieve whatever that in the management textbook says that that efficiency and that effectiveness, all will achieve this digitalization. If you go to India, roadside that apple or that guava seller using QR code. In China, roadside, always sellers are using for the payments QR codes. There is no again of hard cash in transactions in the world today. It's so secured and also easy, and it is transparent, and it is as I said, secured. So therefore, we need to adapt digitalization to the workplace, especially the university like the Open University of Sri Lanka, where we were. I like this. This, of course, slide shows that where that we came from. Traditional classroom, 20th century classroom. So that all, so written in the blackboard where we came from. Now we are, that of course, in a different era discussing about digitalization and forcing, and that funds are needed. So a lot of challenges when adapt to when we are going to adapt the digitalization. Now you see this one. Again, tools from a 20th century classroom. Chalk and board, left hand side, blackboard. We learn the world when they hang the world map on the wall. And our teachers, shown that, okay, Sri Lanka is here under the India. And then, that old typewriters, never seen now. right? I started by writing on the scale pad, Gallal, Galkur. I wrote our Sinhala first letter, Amma, and then Adare, love, and then mother, Amma. All coming from our Sinhala alphabet first letter. Amma, Adare, Adhyapani. So, with this now I think that your memory goes back to the past, where we are coming from, to the world today. So therefore it's a true transformation. I'm not taking much time, but that's why this. Now, what's the journey towards digital transformation? According to while, this is that one of the researchers, this is the research conference, changes in 4 areas are critical for digital transformation for the university. One is that organizational structure. Universities are bureaucratic organizations. Lot of red tapes. But within that, we have, that of course, way to come out to the digital world to change this higher education system. Organizational culture. We always used to say that we are, that of course, our, roots, let's say, that several decades, that past, we do not like to change. We should not, change the attitude, right? We are, our attitude should be, continuously changed to suit with this contemporary world, to bring the higher education into the expectations of the youngsters. Our time has gone. Future is for our young people. Then the leadership is needed. Not only the Vice Chancellor. Leadership is with every one of the university. It's a Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Deans, Professors, Heads of the departments, even shop floor worker. So, cleanliness of the university. Cleaner is a leader. This is what I believe. Without leadership, there is no change. It's a cohesive action sometimes. Sometimes the self-motivation. Sometimes the self-drive. All that matters in this leadership. I'm not going to describe leaders are autocratic, leaders are laissez-faire, there are task-oriented leaders, there are different kinds, but leaders are not both. Leaders are always, through the experience, leadership and the personality will get developed, I believe. Then employee roles and skills. This is very much important because traditional mindset, as I said, will never work. To think differently, we used to say that out-of-the-box thinking is needed for the digitalization. Skills are also needed. That's why even now I like the word of sustainability, where that skilling, reskilling and upskilling is needed to develop the skills to adapt the new technologies for the higher education to achieve the efficiency. With this, what we need again. Now, I would like to discuss with you 7 aspects of digital learning. Not easy. So this DX framework for digital learning in higher education discusses 7 aspects within each of those 4 areas what I have mentioned. That is, the earlier I have mentioned these 4 areas. Digital learning technologies. When we say digital learning technologies, this in acronym DX, grounded in digital technologies, which play a crucial role in digital teaching and learning. It is again today we are discussing about our university, all courses. Yesterday also we had Center for Technology Media, the board meeting. Yesterday too that we have discussed supplementary, blended, fully online courses, where we use today, of course, in a big way. All courses are that on the LMS platform, Learning Management System. It is used to house all course materials today, activities. The instructor used to send announcements, engage in discussions, develop grade assignments, and maintain online grade book in the LMS. So then, synchronous technologies are also needed in the first digital learning technologies. I am not going to describe. Then we need multimedia applications, audio, video, and everything. Then collaborative applications we need. Then we need cloud-based technologies today. And also, I need to emphasize that we need to adapt emerging technologies as well, where that our Professor Janet Davis, of course, mastered and expert in artificial intelligence. We need to adapt artificial intelligence, extended reality, augmented reality, virtual reality, analytics, and other emerging technologies can enable more innovative and engaging teaching methods and learning experiences. So then, instructional modality. It is not easy again to change the instructional modality, because we have several instructional modalities we need to adapt. Second one, that is on-campus technology enhanced models, hybrid and blended. Then synchronous online. I am not going to that of course describe the meaning. You know what is the meaning of synchronous. Then asynchronous online. Then high flex. Those are the that of course terminologies today we are using. High flex, that is a modality, because we are talking about the instructional modality. The modality offers the most flexibility for the students. It combines in-person, online students in the same classroom, where that we are propagating as the Open University. Very soon, by 2025, our professors, our senior academics do not want to visit for the physical lecture session to be delivered. I hope my task by 2025 June 30th to complete the project of networking all the regional centers to deliver the sessions from Colombo, but all our students will be reported to the regional centers and they will have interactive live session. That's the modality we are looking for as the university. I'm not only talking, we all are for the actions to achieve. That's the beauty of the Open University. Then we have that what is called, always without personal and support service we cannot achieve this target by 30th of June 2025. So therefore, we need to have instructional designers. We need to empower our Center for Technology and Media to give this instructional designer support. Then that we need to have what is known as technology support specialists. We, as I said, I started my education 20th century, but we are working for the 21st century. So whether we must question ourselves whether our knowledge is outdated. No, we are learning every day, every hour, every minute we learn new things. So therefore, for what? Betterment of the society we live. Then academic and student support services also needed. We have strong learner support services. Now we are going to implement very soon AI chatbot. So therefore, learners in the future with a smartphone from the OUSL, smart chatbot will speak to the student about learning facilities of the OUSL. That's our dream. I think dream will become a reality when the leadership is there with corners. Then it needs incentives and recognition as well. The 2025 onwards, not 2025, 2024 now, we are fast approaching to of course conclude this year. We are starting what is called incentive and recognition scheme. Those who are adapting to this that digitalized platform, we should be remunerated. Without that motivation, that will not that survive. Then that we have to have organizational policies and planning. That's why I started by saying that universities in the world are bureaucratic. Sri Lanka is more bureaucratic. But within that, there is a room for change. But change agents should be there. You are the change agents. Young academics, young researchers are the change agents, not the vice chancellor. Then these policies must follow the standards. Then strategic planning is needed for everything. We like why strategic planning is the process of defining a strategy as well as deciding the resources that are allocated to pursue a strategy in order to achieve firm goals. We are a university today, not rich but liquid. We can meet the demands of the university. Whatever the activities you are proposing, so we are having means to meet it now. University is rich, I would say. So therefore, you all must be happy. Why? Whatever the earnings the Vice Chancellor cannot take home, academics cannot take home, that we plow back all for the university development, for the future, that development to achieve the high excellence as the Open University of Sri Lanka. Then we have to have a funding models, different funding models. Of course, not with the traditional funding models that we are adopting. That is what I always emphasize change. Then equitable learning opportunities that we need to have. So all with the organizational policies and planning that we need to change our organization policies and planning as well. That's why, say for example, that we have in our terminology, day schools. Day schools, it reminds me my first day in the preschool. Right? Now we need to change the terminology into the, that of course, interactive learning session or the physical learning session. So therefore, then much more attractive in the future. So that's why the policies should be changed. So then we have to have instructor development. We are instructors. We need to get develop ourselves. We need to, of course, we are anyway reluctant to change, no? Right? When the new technology, that coming. So then we need to adapt into it. So if we are not knowing that from the younger, we need to learn. I learn from my son as well. Because learning is, that of course process where that, as I said in the beginning, every day that we are learning new technologies. Then that instructor development, again embedded with, some other activities to summarize, because my address is not much important because these things that you are knowing, but that I need to, that of course instill something in your mind to think about the future, where we will be. Then, pedagogical and technological skills need to be developed under, instructor development, right? Fifth bullet. Then that faculty beliefs, very important as I said, because faculty means staff. Attitudes toward digital teaching and learning are evolving from reluctance to willingness. reluctance to willingness. We need to accept it. So therefore, professional development opportunities can support this evolution by focusing on teaching instructors how to establish positive value beliefs towards technology and digital teaching. We always think that we are seniors, we are knowing everything. We are not. We need to update ourselves. Not a challenge, but it's a change. So then, accessibility. We have to have, that everywhere Wi-Fi, right? It is not the, that of course down to the earth, the balloons to, that of course air. But in reality, wherever we go, we have to have what is known as the Wi-Fi facilities and easy accessibility. Then intellectual property rights and copyrights as well. Then the learner development and partnerships are also needed. With learner development, it means that partnership, access, time management, and instructional content and people, help, community building, all that. I like the partnerships. Now this university, of course, promoting the partnerships, where, of course, pandemic also highlighted this, what is known as partnerships, to leverage various partnerships to develop quality of the digital teaching and learning, where collaboration with other universities. That's why here Professor Janet Davis is here and as a Fulbright scholar to the Open University to share his, her thoughts, share his, her wealth of experience with us. And we are now with the RMIT, we are now with the Essex in the UK, we are that very soon with the University of Georgia and the University of Southern Illinois and several other universities. Each and every faculty, of course, what is known as consolidating international footprint that is needed. So then collaboration with professional organizations, always that needed for this that success. Then we have collaboration with industry, of course, for the internship opportunities for the students, collaboration with industry. You can see these are the 7 aspects of digital learning. Even internship or the work-based training evaluation, we should adapt the what is known as digital platform. 6 years ago, where I am coming from, adapted. So I am from the finance background. So our students used to go to the, that of course audit firms and the T states nowhere earlier, but we have that of course created a software that's a platform to monitor the student whether he is working today at Talawa Calais. So therefore, we need to adapt. That's why I said those are not the just limited to my speech. We have tested those success stories. So therefore, it's not the nightmare to introduce those that changes to the this that academia. So then, what we need then, we have to have again, as I said, change this organizational structure and technique. Now you see today, we are that classroom like this, no, right? Teacher is very much relaxed. You can see where the leg is, right? Students are roaming everywhere, right? I have seen this kind of classrooms in Indonesia in 2003. Now we are in the 2024, right? So we are not that now late, but that we are late. So then today, where we are, I again showed that one, my second slide with the traditional classroom, that now with the you see infrared fence, LMS, smartphone, right? What is called rotating in the sky roaming cameras. Then that the Google team, WhatsApp, multimedia projectors, Moodle, you name it, we do not know even technology how fast for the education, right? All that we have to that adapt those technologies. I mean, to live we need oxygen and that blood in our body. Like that, without, that now technology, there is no development in higher education in the future. Then I think that you can see, that's why I said that is known facts. Therefore, our motto, how to reach the unreached. It's a question, not a question. Adoption of technology. We have only the infrastructure we need to develop. We didn't have capital, now we have capital as the Open University. So therefore, we are going to achieve. So the hands will get together. Then finally we'll shake future. May not be, we as senior academics may not be here, but here young academics will take this, of course, for the future. So then 2 minutes. Conclusion came now very quickly. So for 2025, so we have to have creating digital transformation strategy now. So therefore, crafting efficient and effective transformation strategy, 7 steps are needed. Everyone to, of course, follow like pencil. 7 steps. First one, establish the need for digital transformation strategy. That's acceptance. We accept everyone, we need it. I'm not going to, that again elaborate on it. Then the creating a change management plan, I have been emphasizing. Change is needed. Change management plan. Strategic management plans are there, but a change management plan should be there. Then third one, establish leadership buy-in. That's what I said, not the Vice Chancellor. Everyone in the Open University of Sri Lanka is a leader. To accept, to implement this transformation, and then create cross-functional team, because we need to have not only always we are blaming the set me. You should come up. You must change. Our director is here. No, it's a library. It's academics. It's that other all of course that workers in the university. It's of course that joint that effort in the university. Then use tools to support digital transformation. That is the investment part. We have to have that of course tools. Then manage progress. Once that we of course decide to implement the policy will never get changed. In Sri Lanka, we have family planning policy. Other than that, I didn't see the policies. If you go to India, when I did my masters, former Prime Minister lectured me, Manmohan Singh, and in his economics class, and he taught me industrial policy in India, education policy in India, energy policy in India, and he awarded the highest marks for the that to me, drafted the Sri Lankan policy for economic development in 1990, but it wasn't work. It's not because of me, because it's the that of country politics policies. That's what I want to emphasize. Once that we need to of course maintain, we need to adhere to the policy in progress. Whoever reserve the seat at the Vice Chancellor, policy will continue. That's what I want to give the message. Then maintain momentum. This is all that we need. So therefore, we are reaching to the conclusion. So therefore, we know the framework for digitalization highlighted that 7 earlier distinct areas. So it's an iterative process. DX, digital transformation, is an iterative process, again and again. as advanced digital technologies evolve, DX initiatives will become commonplace for higher education institutions, not like open university, not only to the open university. Then DX for digital learning brings flexibility, accessibility to students and prepares them to solve problems in the digital world. And then digital transformation efforts will continue to shape the norms and practices within higher education so that it adapts and evolves in parallel with society. That's why I said, in the roadside in Sri Lanka, within another 2 years' time, we will see that we do not carry our wallet, we do not carry anything, so then only the mobile phone, and we show to the vendor, so that scan the QR code. Transactions will get it done. So therefore, our life would be very easy, education also very easy. So therefore, this is what are the simple thoughts that I want to share in this intellectual forum, and I want to that of course appreciate the team behind this endeavor, the International Research Conference of the OUSL 2024, of course headed by our senior professor Shama Veerakon as the chair of this conference and the director research, and the team representing of course faculties, even our comparing, of course our own academics. I again request to stay with the Open University of Sri Lanka. This much of that of course intellectuals we need, of course, to develop this university, because young blood we need. And therefore, and again I must appreciate all the researchers, of course, who contributed with that 200 plus abstracts and extended abstracts for this conference. I think this what are the research outcomes that you are discussing today and tomorrow would have, of course, more appealing benefits for the society to implement it. So therefore, I wish all the very best for the IRC 2024 and have a pleasant day as well. Thank you.
I think I must mention, I was not trying to get you to stop or speed up, sir. I was just warming up to come on stage. So thank you very much for your thought-provoking and insightful speech, Professor Tilakaratne. Your guidance have always inspired us to excel. Now, in the spirit of culture enriched with diversity, let us immerse ourselves in the cultural event and appreciate the beauty of multicultural diversity. Culture holds a deep significance and it reflects the values, history, and aspirations of the people.
සොයා මුතු මුති අංගනේ කෝ දිනයේ රඟ දෙන්නී යලි විසින් බැසගෙන දේවිසිය සෙන්නා රජදල වීදි දිගේ පාවඩ එලෙන්නා රිටිගල බිමේ රන් කහවලු අතුරන්නා ගෝතම තොටින් බුදු හිමි නැව් නගින්නා සසරේ වැඳෙනා යදම් සිඳිනා වීර යතිවර අපේ මුනි පුරා පෙරුමන් මහා කරුණා ගුණය පැසිරි ගණහිමි භවයේ සතුරුප නිවාසන වූ නිවන් මඟ ප්‍රේම කෙඳුරු මෙලක අඹරේ ගිරුය ගෝතම අයනේ දුරු අපේ ලපුතු අසම සමය මහ කරුණා ගුණය දැනේ මෙලක පොළවේ හැමතැන ඔබ වැඩිය දැනේ ලති මුසවිය රතිනට සාසනේ සෙනේ ඔබව දුටිමු ඔබව දුටිමු ඔබව දුටිමු ඔබේ ධර්මය දුටුව දිනේ
Wow, that was amazing. Let's give them another huge round of applause. And thank you very much for that mesmerizing performance. Now we have come to the most awaited moment of today's agenda. The address by our distinguished guest of honor, Professor Kadirajan Kandasamy, Honorary Professor, Faculty of Marine Science, Annamala University, India. To introduce him, I would like to invite on stage Dr. Johan Mahagamage.
Thank you, Sanjeeva. Good morning to all of you. It's my honor to introduce our guest of honor, Professor Kadirajan Kandasamy from Annamala University, India. Professor Kadirajan Kandasamy is a world-class scientist, currently serving as an honorary professor of Annamala University, India. He was the dean and the director in the Center of Advanced Study in Marine Biology. He executed 22 research projects, guided 40 PhD scholars, and brought about 600 publications with citation of about 20,000 and H-index of 58. He attained the topmost rank in marine biology and hydrobiology in India, and one among the top 2% scientists of the world based on citations of American Stafford University. Professor Kadirajan undertook extensive field studies in mangroves of 17 countries including Sri Lanka, discovered a new mangrove species after his university as Rhizophora annamalayana, prepared a checklist for mangroves of India, and compiled over 5,700 species in Indian mangrove forest as the highest biodiversity record in the world. He recorded mangroves in degraded coastal areas and demonstrated their effect on enhancing fishery resources and carbon sequestration, as well as the tsunami mitigating effect in saving thousands of human lives during 2004 tsunami. He organized UNU UNESCO International Training Course conducted by him for over 15 years for a benefit of about 250 people from 28 countries. In brief, Professor Kadirajan has significantly contributed to mangroves for biodiversity conservation and utilization as a source of high-value products. Floor is yours, sir.
Test one, check.
Yeah, they will come.
Good morning, all of you. Please return my greetings. Say good morning. Good morning. I think many people are sleeping. Okay. Good morning, all of you, once again. You see, I have visited many universities in my lifetime. One among the best universities ever seen in my lifetime is none other than Open University of Sri Lanka. It's because of the noblest noble Vice Chancellor, ablest able research director, knowledgeable and resourceful teachers, faculty members, beautiful and brainy students of this university. Hats off to you all, and your academic excellence will continue forever in future also. Well, green innovation, just look at the picture. See, this is the state of environment now. This is the state of environment. You just rotate it, rotate it, rotate it. This will become like this. So what you have to do is you reverse the current environment through innovation so that you can make the environment like this. Green innovation for sustainable environment is the topic I am going to discuss with you. Environment. What is environment? Environment should be clean, green and cheerful. Green, clean and cheerful. But people say only clean environment, green environment. Nobody is talking about cheerful environment. Now I am adding cheerful, that is most important. What is the state of the greenness of this country? First class. 29% you have forest cover. What about cleanliness of this country? Okay, moderately good, moderately good. What about cheerfulness of this country? Happiness of this country? See, according to the United Nations Happiness Index 24, if you look at it, the rank of Sri Lanka is 128 out of 143 nations. Sri Lanka is not happy. And you are not happy, and now you are happy. And this happiness is based upon the social support, income, health, freedom, generosity and non-corruption, according to United Nations Happiness Index. You see the neighboring countries, China, the position is 60 happiness index in the world. And Nepal 93, Pakistan 108, Myanmar 118, India 126. But as a whole, if you take Sri Lanka, Environmental Performance Index 2024, Sri Lanka ranks 134 out of 180 nations. So, Environmental Performance Index of Sri Lanka is not encouraging, not encouraging, not encouraging. And out of 98 most polluted nations in the world, Sri Lanka's rank is 25th most polluted nation. So what are we going to do for this? I request the Vice Chancellor, please start a Center for Happiness Studies. Center for Happiness Studies, this is my submission. Next, celebrate life with happiness. I used to tell my students, Jalio Jinkana. Students will be confused. Sir, what is Jalio Jinkana? First we should confuse the students, the motivation. Then only they will ask questions. Then I used to say, Jalio Jinkana means be happy and make others happy. And you see a child laughs 200 times a day and a youth laughs 100 times a day. After marriage, after joining the service, the laughter reduced to 20 times a day. And no laughter as growing old, leading to all ailments. Look at our Vice Chancellor, he cannot and he will not laugh because people will not allow him to laugh and be. That is the situation. So the laughter is the lighting system of face, cooling system of heart, charging system of mind. I will tell you my personal experience, sir. Whenever I enter into the class, I will ask my students to jump and laugh. Jumping and laughing. Kekaboke, kekaboke, kekaboke. 5 minutes laughing. Because when the students are allowed to laugh, feel good hormone is synthesized. When the students are allowed to dance or jump, hippocampus region is enlarged. That's why the dancing is important. Then finally at the end of my class, don't ask, sir, whether you will teach or not. Yes, I will teach. 5 minutes for this, then afterwards teaching. Then finally I will ask them to clap. Can you please give a clap? Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Because there are 39 acupuncture points are in your palms. When they are activated, your brain will be activated, the learning capacity will be increased. So this is the practice I am doing it. So the same methodology, you can also follow it here and see the change. So this is what. Then, the best happiness. The best happiness is making others happy and being happy. There are 4 steps scientifically proved. I am now giving you. One is appreciation. Please appreciate others. I used to appreciate my wife. You are more beautiful than Cleopatra. She knows that I am lying. And she is enjoying. You see that appreciation. When I appreciating her, the dopamine hormone is synthesized in her body and in my body. Then love. Whenever I go out, I am 68-year-old person. My wife is a 60-year-old lady. But still I am hugging, kissing. Love. Oxytocin is synthesized in your body. And her body also. Are you hugging and kissing? Yes, sir. While married I did. But afterwards I forgot everything, sir. What is this? So continue to love. Continue to love. Oxytocin hormone is synthesized. In your body, oxytocin hormone is synthesized. Work with joy like our Vice Chancellor. Always he is working with joy. Endorphin hormone is synthesized. Then help others. Serotonin hormone is synthesized. When 4 actions are you are performing, 4 hormones are synthesized, you will be the happiest person. The purpose of life, the philosophy of life, the aim of life is being happy, making others happy. This is the philosophy you should understand. Okay, clear? Let us be happy hereafter with 4 actions. Sustainable development goals. 17 goals to transform our world. United Nations proposed in 2015. This is supposed to be completed by 2030. No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, and responsible consumption and production, and sustainable cities and communities, reduce inequalities, industry, innovation, infrastructure, decent work and economic growth, and climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institution partnership for the goal. But unfortunately, can we complete all the sustainable goal? By 2030, most of the countries are suffering, including Sri Lanka. You see Sri Lankan rank in achieving the SDG or sustainable goal is 93 out of 193 countries. But still we are not able to achieve sustainable development goal. What would be the reason? Can you give the reason why we are not able to achieve SDG? I will tell you, don't worry. I will give the answer because you should not strain much. Happiness should not be spoiled, you know. Not moving. Not moving.
Wait, I'll check. It's moving.
Next. So, very obvious, the difficulties are there in achieving, sustainable development goals. In order to, indicate that the technical problem has come. Okay, some technical problem. This is moving, but it's moving. We have to connect it to okay, here. Next. Yeah. So why we are not able to achieve the sustainable development goals by most of the countries, including Sri Lanka? The reason what I attribute is there is no proper balance between developmental needs and environmental preservation. the business needs and the environmental preservation. There is no proper balance between these two. Environment is where we all live, but development what we all do. So which one is important? If somebody asks me, environment is like mother and development is like wife or husband, you can take it. So mother, environment mother is to be cared with love. Development is to be loved with care, wife. So they should be balanced. How are we going to balance? That is a great challenge. So life, we have to change our lifestyle for environment. One is save energy. Save energy. For saving energy, we have to use LED, bicycle, public transport, use staircase, not elevators. Switch off electrical applicants when they are not in use. AC should not exceed 24 degrees centigrade and defroster refrigerator often. Solar panel everywhere on the rooftops. Then save water. While saving water, rainwater harvest, turn off the water taps and drip irrigation. Say no to single-use plastics. We are using yellow cloth bags. I don't see any yellow cloth bag here. We can use the cloth bags, earthen cups, glass tumbler, no plastics. Then reduce waste. In reducing waste, no waste disposal to public places or water bodies. Simply you should not throw in the open space. Donate old books and clothes to the other people. Gardening using wastewater. Plant trees for adopting healthy lifestyles. And organic products, yoga, meditation, adopt sustainable food systems. Kitchen, school garden, locally available food items should be used. My dear friends, the second important reason why we are not able to achieve SDG is climate change. Climate change. Carbon dioxide is 50% higher than the pre-industrial era. Now the cyclone, storm, flood, landslides, drought, sea level rise and erosion, heat waves. Just look at the heat waves. It's due to solar radiation. July 2024 was recorded as the hottest in the world and more intense in Sri Lanka by 2030 heat waves it is predicted. So what are you going to do with these heat waves? So I am giving an innovative idea. Can we manage the sun to reduce the global warming? Yes, you can dim the solar radiation. You can dim the solar radiation by spraying sulfur dioxide or diamond dust in 16 to 25 kilometers, above the land. You spray it in the stratosphere. If you spray it in the stratosphere region, sulfur dioxide or diamond dust, it will reduce the solar radiation. This is innovative idea for the future to dim the solar radiation. But sulfur dioxide will combine with the water molecules, it may produce the acid problem, sulfur dioxide. Now the diamond dust is the best for overcoming this problem. Next, sea level rise, coastal flood. Sri Lanka, 0.13 million people will be affected by 2030 and 3 times more people will be affected in 2100. And the rate of sea level rise has more than doubled over the last 3 decades in the world. In this innovative model given by Singapore, I appreciate. Singapore, what they do is, they collect the solid waste, convert the solid waste into ash and dumping the solid waste into the ocean. They are dumping it like this and then they are growing mangroves around. They are developing the mangrove islands artificially. Even if the Singapore is going under the sea, no problem. The people will be evacuated and they can colonize in the new islands developed by them. I visited the Singapore new islands some 5-6 years before. I was dancing on the island. Very strong, excellent, innovative idea they have developed. My dear friends, climate-induced resource depletion. The drought and flood will lead to food problem, food scarcity. The drought will lead to water scarcity. Sea level rise will lead to loss of habitable land. Then finally, competition for resources and conflict. It is estimated globally 100 million people may be pushed to poverty by 2030 due to the loss of agriculture and diseases, malaria, dengue, diarrhea, cholera, cancer, malnutrition, mpox, chikungunya, mutton gunya, beef gunya, pork gunya, prawn gunya, all gunyas are coming up. It's because of all the climate change issues. The next weather, extreme weather events. Now extreme weather events are increasing. My dear friends, very shocking news. Sri Lanka is one among the top 10 countries on the global climate risk index. So this is a very serious issue. We have to consider this. The extreme weather events like heat waves, cyclone, heavy rainfall, flood, landslide, drought, they will lead to the loss of global economy by 10% in 2050, and it will strain the government to respond effectively. The price hike in the oil and gas, the demand for AC is increased, shortage of power, water shortage affects cooling of thermal hydropower plants, damage to wind turbine and solar panels, leading to energy crisis, energy infrastructure and supply chain will be affected in future. So this is a problem. Now what Sri Lanka is doing? Sri Lanka's effort is appreciable. Sri Lanka is aiming at net zero carbon dioxide emission by 2050. Okay, it's a global level. Not working. So net zero carbon dioxide emission by 2050, 70% energy from non-fossil fuels by 2030 through green hydrogen. So take the water, split it by hydrolysis, then hydrogen will be released, the green hydrogen. Then green ammonia, solar and wind. So Sri Lanka has well-established solar sector. Carbon sink. The Sri Lanka is going to increase the forest cover to 32%, now 29%. They are going to increase 32%, increasing the carbon sink. Improving the energy efficiency in industry, transportation, buildings, electric vehicles and smart buildings they are focusing on for the future. Climate resilience in agriculture and water and coastal resources, so they are focusing on. Today in the world, the climate performance index of Sri Lanka 2024 is 77 is the rank. 77 is the rank of the country. So I request the Vice Chancellor, you start a separate faculty for climate action, climate change, climate action and climate change, because this is going to be a very serious issue in the years to come. In this context, I want to say blue carbon ecosystems. There are three ecosystems: mangrove, seagrass and salt marsh. And all the three are present in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is blessed to have all the three blue carbon ecosystems: mangrove, seagrass, salt marsh. They are very important because they cover only 0.5% of the ocean, but storing more than 50% of the carbon in the sediments. So much efficient they are. Among these three ecosystems, mangroves are the heroes, far more efficient in carbon sequestration. So we should focus on mangroves. Now Sri Lanka has 19,000 hectares approximately. 2,000 hectares have been identified by the Forest Department, ready for immediate planting work. So totally 21,000 hectares of mangrove can be developed within no time. So for developing, restoring and protecting 21,000 hectares, we need money. We need $1 million investment. Then what is the profit? If you look at the ecosystem service benefit, $200 million US dollar is the benefit in terms of carbon sequestration, fishery resources, and coastal protection against the disasters. So 200 times more profit you can get if you focus mangroves protection and restoration. In addition, we can develop business models for mangrove ecosystem for better financial returns. Say blue carbon credit, blue carbon trading, ecotourism, aquaculture, sustainable aquaculture, honey, medicine, timber and water purification. If we can develop the business models for financial return, we can get a lot of money for conservation purpose. Without, for conservation we'll get a lot of money. Another thing, people say that aquaculture is a threat, is a villain, is an enemy for the ecosystems. No problem. You link the aquaculture with agriculture, mangrove, silviculture, you link it with the duckery, pickery, poultry, you can integrate the farming models, you can develop the integrated farming models, it will become more eco-friendly and more economical also. So great innovation, green innovations are the great innovations. The global ranking of Sri Lanka is 89 out of 133 countries. Okay, 133 countries, your ranking is 89 in global, in green innovation index. Just look at that picture. All the people are having the umbrella, okay, normally. Another fellow abnormally having the umbrella, collecting the water, rainwater and storing the rainwater. This is the innovation. This is an innovation. We should think differently. That is innovation. So innovation is not to see what everyone has seen, but to think what nobody has ever thought of. That is innovation. I will show you some of the startups and innovations being developed in my country. Say eco-friendly toothbrushes. All the people are using the toothbrushes made up of our plastics only. 99% of the toothbrushes, the plastics only. It takes 400 years to decompose. So now you can use the wooden, the eco-friendly toothpaste made up of wood, bamboo and other materials, you can use it. Sir, you are doing deforestation by cutting the trees, by making the toothpaste. No problem. You cut only the exotic species. Acacia auriculiformis, prosopis, these are all the invasive species. Don't cut and throw it away. Make use of it for making the toothbrush or something like that. This is a simple green technology to reduce the plastic waste. Next, you see civil engineers in my country, what they do is they take the plastic bottle, they cut the bottom, and then they invert it, and then they are making it as a fence around the plant. Okay, so this plastic bottles are collecting the rainwater, and rainwater storage and protection for the plants. Beautifully, they are developing. The boys, civil engineering boys are developing the idea. The plastic waste, how to collect? Very simple. So if it is a water body, you can have a tube, you insert the tube at the bottom, you make a diagonal opening, you just make the bubble. The bubbles are coming like anything. Lot of bubbles are coming, and the bubbles are acting as a barrier, and whatever plastics are coming, they will go up. So plastics will be, this is a bubble barrier for collecting the plastic waste catchment. Very interesting. Next, plastic waste. In my country, the plastic is converted into oil. Suppose if you have 250 kg of plastic, you can get 200 liter of oil. This oil can be used in boilers and generator. And in my place, Chennai, the road is constructed with the plastics. They are melting the plastic and making the road. And the textile it is used. And the chair making, all these things. 900 tons of plastics are manufactured in Sri Lanka every day. So 900 metric tons of plastics, where they will go? So you just calculate every day if it is manufactured, the manufacturing should be, reduced to a great extent. Then sustainable sanitation technology. Not working? Anyway. Sustainable sanitation technology. If you have the flushing urinal, what will happen? Nearly 105 kg of carbon dioxide per urinal is released per year. If the flushing generates 5 lakh airborne germs per inch per flush, about 0.1 million liters of water is wasted per urinal per year. So much danger it is. See, IIT Madras from my place, we have developed very innovative idea. We are collecting the urine, and from the urine we are extracting water. So if you take 1,000 liter of urine, 850 liter of water, we are extracting, and 100 liter of ammonia. The discovered water is sent back to the toilet for flushing and gardening. Fantastic. And ammonia is sold, and the money is used to develop community toilets. What a fantastic idea of using the waste material for then indigenous material for sanitary pads. Even the girl children are taught how to prepare the sanitary pads using the banana stem, sugarcane bycast, and water hyacinth, jute and bamboo, like this. So we should teach the children about this. Then plant-based protection for fresh produce. 50% of our fresh fruit and vegetable, they are spoiled. So now we can take our fruit, vegetable peel and seeds, crush it, make a powder or something like that, slurry, you can apply, and the protective layer will be treated, and that will be used to the fresh produce to increase the natural shelf life. In the same way, food storage. In the food storage, nearly in a lot of 50% of the food stored is spoiled. Now, when they are releasing ethylene, immediately you can collect those ripened ones. That's an indication for ripening, and then you can remove it and sell it immediately. Thereby we can reduce the waste and improve the business profit. Then eco smartphones, sustainable smartphones. Everyone is using smartphone. Every 1 year they are just throwing away and purchasing a new one, updated model. It's a fancy like. Without smartphone, he is not a man at all. No smartphone, no man. That is why that the day has come. So therefore, the smartphones are very important, and it needs to have the parts that can be easily replaced and repaired, and it needs to have low radiation emission, and needs to have the recyclable materials like mercury, cadmium, lead, arsenium and beryllium, and it should last longer. Say for example, the latest one is Fairphone 5. Fairphone 5, it's lasting 8 years, 5-year warranty. Cell phone, 5-year warranty, 8 years it's lasting. So then the manufacturing process needs to have low environmental impact. In the same way, smart building, and a smart building using the sensors to optimize the energy consumption and security. Sponge cities with large natural areas, trees, lakes and parks, and smart cities. And smart power management. 10% of our electricity is wasted by plugged-in devices. So here AI can help to save the electricity. LED lights everywhere in the university, 100% LED lights must have it, because the LED light has got a long lifespan of 30 years if used 4 hours per day. 85% less energy, low maintenance cost and high safety. So LED bulb. Then solar panel. Solar panels are of 2 types. Thermal to produce hot water, photovoltaic to produce electricity, solar powered water purification system and irrigations can be think of. Then micro hydro power plants. Instead of constructing a big civil engineering structures, dams, instead minimum constructions like the small constructions, minimum construction occupying less space can be developed in future. Then biogas, you can dump all your waste, your office waste, kitchen waste, everything, in a box, and then methane will be released, and this can be used as a cooking gas, and the liquid fertilizer can be obtained very well. Then algae. Algae can remove carbon dioxide from atmosphere, so you can grow, cultivate algae throughout the country. And now US company has come out with a algal chamber. We can keep it right in the center of Colombo or different traffic area. We can give the algal chamber. It will absorb the carbon dioxide. It will make the environment cool. And ethanol blended program. So in India, what we are doing is, we are extracting ethanol from biogas, sugarcane waste, and then we are adding it with petrol, 10% we are adding, and it is very efficiently working now. Then nano-filters. You see, the girl children are attaining puberty so early. Nowadays, 80% of the human diseases are due to water contamination by pathogens. And male sterility is increasing. It is because of the contamination of water with heavy metals and pesticides. What we have done in my laboratory is, we studied different nanoparticles, silver, gold, zinc, copper, magnesium and calcium, and we prepared, we incorporated the nanoparticle in the foams and made it as a filter. And we found the silver nanoparticle is very efficient in degrading, the pesticides and the microorganisms. Now, very latest technology is this. Here, what we are doing is the protein nanofibrils. Now, membranes we are using for water purification. Membrane is consuming more energy. It's not sustainable. So now protein nanofibrils have been developed so that you can get the safe, pure water. And you can make water from the air. Say substances like silica gel and calcium chloride will absorb the moisture from the air. So now atmospheric water generator has come, so you can produce water. Vertical farming, hydroponics. Vertical farming, you can have it in your house itself. Vertical farming process, you can have it. And hydroponics, you can have hydroponics plus vertical farming. It's excellent agricultural practice. It can be also developed. Vertical green wall designed to purify the air in homes and commercial spaces. In the university also, I have seen in some places the green wall, vertical green wall, you can have it. India's food habits are the best. Replicating this by other nations can help to achieve the climate goal according to WWF. In India, what we are doing is, we are promoting millets, because millets are highly nutritious and it is adaptable to the climate conditions. And now we are making plant-based meat using the leguminous plants. We are making the plant-based meat. Finally, I want to say, we are very happy now. Not only very happy. Once I asked, so did you like my lecture? Yes, sir. When you said thank you very much, my lecture is over. That was excellent, sir. He was telling. So that way I am going, nearing the completion. Don't worry, you wake up. If you are sleeping, you wake up. Now I want to tell you, green human resource management. Green human resource management, green HR. So environmental management strategies should be incorporated with traditional HR practices. Recruitment. You ask him about environment. If he is telling something good about the environment, then appoint him. Training, performance evaluation, employee engagement in energy saving and recycling. In the performance evaluation, you can have one environmental consciousness as a criteria. So, green HR management. Next, green innovation, development of new products, process technologies that are environmentally friendly. So if you can combine these two, we can achieve sustainable business with ecological and economic benefits, in future. So in India, we have a scheme called Green Credit Program. The idea is to incentivize the environmental actions. If you plant one tree, one carbon credit license is given, token is given. And in the same way, how many trees? So many green credit cards will be given. So you can submit, it can be sold, and in the market, domestic market platform, you can earn money, carbon credit. You can have such ideas. So I appreciate the Sri Lankan youngsters are very brainy and beautiful. Please give a big hand for the Sri Lankan youngsters. Last week there was a paper appeared in the top class journal Science News, November 2nd, 2024. In that, one Sri Lankan girl by name Asha, she has discovered a unique population of blue whales. Blue whales, the largest animal in the ocean. But in Sri Lanka, you have abundant blue whales. Normally, blue whales will go to cooler region for feeding, warmer region for breeding. But in Sri Lankan population, doing both only in Sri Lankan water, this is the discovery made by Asha, and it's a remarkable discovery. In future, we can develop the marine ecotourism because of the blue whales available here. A separate faculty, my dear Vice Chancellor, you can develop in this university for marine sciences. There is a great potential for marine sciences. And thanks to Vice Chancellor to speak about the young people. Young people are, their power is mightier than any other power on the earth. Cultivating the green skill among the Sri Lankan youth through education, agriculture, science or technology is a great need of the hour. So cultivate the green skills among the Sri Lankan youth through education, agriculture, science or technology for nation building activities, a great need of the hour. No green, no life. No green technology, no business sustainability. Everything can be sacrificed for environment, but environment cannot be sacrificed for anything. Let us have a vision to see, bigger to act, heart to care, green innovation for future. Be the best, best of the best, only best, all the best. Thank you, OUS, for the opportunity given to me. Thank you very much.
Dear Professor Kandasamy, may I respectfully request you to stay upon the stage for a few more minutes. Dear sir, thank you very much for that insightful, resourceful and eye-opening speech. I felt like it was like an emotional roller coaster. You first made us happy and cheerful, and then you made us sad by giving those important facts and figures about Sri Lanka. And then finally, I think most importantly, I think you have inspired all the scientists gathered here to think better, think bigger, bolder and more creatively. Thank you, sir. So at this moment, we would like to greatly appreciate your presence here today, sir, by offering a token of appreciation. To present the token, I would like to now invite our conference chair, Senior Professor, Professor Shama Veerakon upon the stage.
Thank you, sir, our guest of honor, Professor Kadirasan Kandasamy, for his generous contribution of time and wisdom today. It's my great pleasure to invite our chief guest today, Vice Chancellor, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratne, on stage to receive the token of appreciation.
Let us once again show our appreciation for our distinguished guests with a warm round of applause. Their visionary perspectives and innovative ideas have provided fresh insights and inspiration, perfectly aligning with our theme, striving for a sustainable future through innovations.
Now we have come to a very special segment of our program, the award ceremony. To officiate the ceremony, I would like to invite Ms. Manthi Kolathunga Jayakodi on stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kokila and Dr. Sanjeeva. I'm assigned to read out the awardees list today, but I am compelled to request you to give another round of applause to Professor Kandasamy for that energetic and very energizing presentation, sir. And I'm sure you have made our Vice Chancellor, sir, consider actually establishing a Center for Happiness. It is now time to honor some of the remarkable minds within our institution whose dedication and achievements exemplify our commitment to the innovation and excellence. These individuals have not only made significant contributions to their fields, but have also advanced the mission of the Open University of Sri Lanka by driving impactful research for a sustainable future. We are delighted to recognize their work and celebrate their outstanding accomplishments. Each of these awardees has demonstrated leadership, resilience, and a drive to push the boundaries of knowledge. Their efforts inspire us all and pave the way towards a better tomorrow. I'd like to invite on stage the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratne, to join us on stage to present the awards to our honorees. Each year, these Research Excellence Awards recognize outstanding research and celebrate some of the collaborations, knowledge exchanges, and achievements within the OU research sphere. Let us celebrate their achievements with a round of applause as they walk on stage to receive their awards. Faculty of Education. Senior Professor S.P. Karunanayaka, Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education. That was Senior Professor S.P. Karunanayaka from the Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education. Can we have a picture, please? We have the names on board. Okay. Professor F.M. Nawazdeen from the Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education. Dr. K.D.R. L.J. Pereira from the Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education. I believe she's overseas. Dr. J.D. Karindeen from the Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education. Faculty of Engineering Technology, Senior Professor C.S. De Silva from the Department of Agricultural and Plantation Engineering. Professor B.C.L. Atapattu from the Department of Civil Engineering. Dr. S.D.R. Pereira from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Dr. K.M.L.A. Udamuller from the Department of Civil Engineering. Dr. P.A.K. Karunananda from the Department of Civil Engineering. Dr. G.N. Paranavithana from the Department of Civil Engineering. Dr. A.G.B. Arugoda from the Department of Agricultural and Plantation Engineering. Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Professor G.T.M. Hevage from the Department of Social Studies. Mr. W.D. Manoj from the Department of Legal Studies. Faculty of Natural Sciences, Senior Professor K.S.D. Pereira from the Department of Chemistry.
Professor G.K.R. Senadhira from the Department of Physics. Professor R. Sendil Nidhi from the Department of Chemistry. Dr. K.A.J.M. Kurupuarachi from the Department of Botany. Dr. M.A.A.B. Dilhan from the Department of Botany. Dr. W.H.M.A.T. Herath from the Department of Botany. Dr. S.K. Rodrigo from the Department of Chemistry. Dr. U.A. Jayavardhana from the Department of Zoology. Dr. D.D.G.L. Dahanayakar from the Department of Zoology. Dr. Saminda Fernando from the Department of Zoology. The Postgraduate Institute of English, Dr. R.L.A.S. Rajapaksa. Dr. Romola Razul. OUSL is the premier institute in Sri Lanka which provides ODL education, where teaching and learning offers open and flexible access to learning opportunities to anyone, anywhere, and at any time. We use a wide variety of technologies to bridge this division that is created by the physical separation of learners from their teachers and their educational institution. Each year, OUSL awards the best online OUSL online course to appreciate the efforts of academics developing innovative teaching aids. And the best OUSL online course for the year 2023 is awarded to Dr. J.C. Hapugoda of the Department of Organizational Studies, Faculty of Management Studies for the course OSP 9407 Quantitative Techniques. The OUSL Award for the Best Educational Video Production 2023 is awarded to Mrs. B.A.R.R. Aryaratna of the Department of Legal Studies, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences for her video on migrant workers' rights in Sri Lanka. The technical assistance for this video production was provided by Mr. H.H.M.P. Kumara of the Center for Educational Technology and Media. Each year, parallel to the International Research Conference, the OUSL organizes a 3MT thesis competition aiming to develop presentation, research and academic communication skills, which supports the development of research students' capacity to explain their work effectively. Excuse me. 6 students have entered the competition, out of which we only award a certificate of recognition for the year 2024. The certificate of the recognition goes to Ms. Sajanta Devashainath of the Faculty of Health Sciences of the Open University of Sri Lanka, but unfortunately she is not able to be here physically with us. So I cordially invite her supervisor, Professor Kalevani Vivekanandan, to collect the award certificate on behalf of her. Thank you very much, Professor Tilakaratna. Thank you very much and congratulations to all awardees. I now invite Dr. Kokila and Dr. Sanjeev on stage to continue the ceremony.
Once again, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to all the competition winners and award winners. Your dedication, creativity and hard work here truly set you apart, and we are thrilled to celebrate those outstanding achievements.
It is my great honor to invite the Vice Chancellor, Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratna on stage to launch the official conference proceedings book of the International Research Conference OUSL 2024.
This book is a comprehensive compilation of the invaluable research, insights and innovations presented here, all focusing on our shared goal of striving for a sustainable future through innovations.
Thank you, Professor Tilakaratne, and thank you all for your patience amidst our technical difficulties. As we come to the conclusion of this inauguration ceremony, I would like to thank everyone who has contributed making this event a success. From our distinguished guests to our dedicated organizers, your efforts have set a strong foundation for the engaging sessions ahead. To formally conclude the ceremony, it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Saminda Fernando, the co-chair of IRC OUSL 2024, to deliver the vote of thanks. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Fernando.
Thank you. Good morning to all of you. The research sessions of the Open University of Sri Lanka is a very important annual event of the Open University calendar that is indeed a much look forward occasion by all members of the university. Hence, there is certainly a lot of groundwork that was involved in organizing the conference.
from setting up to reality. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizing team, I am honored to be here this morning to thank all those who contributions have made today a reality. First and foremost, I wish to thank the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratne, for the guidance and motivation provided throughout the process of organizing this event and gracing this occasion as the chief guest. A very special thank goes to Professor Kadrishan Kandasamy for kindly accepting our invitation as the guest of honor for IRC OUSL, for gracing this occasion and also the sharing your valuable insight this morning. I also wish to thank our keynote speakers, Professor Samantha Karunaratne, Professor Kashuhari and Professor Janet Davis for accepting our invitation to serve as the keynote speakers of our conference. I look forward to the upcoming plenary sessions and extend our sincere thanks in advance to our resource persons for urging to share their expertise with us. Special thanks goes to Ms. Vindhya Jayasena, the Registrar, and the Dr. Anura Wickramasinghe, the Bursar, for assisting provided throughout the process of organizing this conference. I wish to thank all the authors who submitted abstract and extended abstract to the conference. A special mention needs to be made of all reviewers and language editors for their inputs and help uplift the quality of the research papers submitted to the conference. This being a multidisciplinary research conference, the immense contribution made by the team conveners for coordinating the relevant submission from the various conference tracks is greatly appreciated. I wish to thank all session chairs of the conference who have willingly assisted us in coordinating the individual parallel sessions. A special thanks goes to Senate Subcommittee appointed to evaluate the OUSL Research Award, OUSL Best Educational Video Production, and Best Interactive Multimedia Award application from selecting the awardees under each category. I sincerely acknowledge the immense contribution made by the staff of the Center for Education Technology and Media for designing the graphics and videos that have made today's ceremony complete in many ways. A special mention need to made of Mr. Chandana Tennakon and the team from SETMI, as well as Mr. Kanishka Tennakon, Mr. Taranga, and the team from the IT division for conducting the live webcasting of this event. A special thanks goes to Ms. Vindhya Angamana, AD-CRC, Mr. Chamira Chandaratna, and the staff of the CRC for assisting with the organizing in numerous ways, while our sincere appreciation goes to ARs of the deans of the faculties of the facilitating the venues for the technical sessions. A special mention need to be made Ms. Mayanti Jayakodi, Dr. Kokila Ranasinghe, and Dr. Sanjeeva Rodrigo for comparing the event. I also acknowledge Dr. Ayomi Rugal Bandara for arranging the dancing team for the inauguration. The untiring secretariat assistance provided by the OUSL Research Unit staff over the last weeks is very much appreciated. A special thanks goes to Dr. Utpala Jayawardena, Ms. Kalpani Bandaranayaka, Dr. Buddhika Madhura Peruma, and Dr. Roshan Pereira for supporting and contributing for success of this conference in numerous ways. Indeed, a special thanks goes to my other partner, Dr. Johan Mahagamage, the co-chair of the IRC OUSL working group. Last but not least, I wish to express my sincere appreciation to Professor Shama Virakon, conference chair, as well as the director of research for providing the leadership to make all this a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all look forward to your very successful conference. Thank you.
Concluding that we hope you all have an enjoyable and memorable conference experience with us here at OUSL both today and tomorrow. Let's take a short break for refreshments which are being served now downstairs in exam hall 3. We expect you back here by 15 minutes so that we can listen to the keynote speech by Professor Samantha Karunaratne, and followed by the first technical session here. Thank you and have a good day.